So, recording started. 23:05. Shift accepted. The site, a former sanatorium, the treatment block, 2 floors. I've come on, I'm doing my rounds by the instructions. Switched the dictaphone on like they told me. They say it's for the report. Well, let it be a report. I'm on my own here till morning anyway. At least I'll have myself to talk to. Quiet here. Very quiet. The good kind of quiet, you know? Not like the city. Snow's lying out past the windows, sort of blue in the dark, and it throws this even, milky light down the corridor. You don't even need the torch. I'm walking the main corridor. Checkered floor, tile, buckled in places, creaks under my boot. Wards on both sides, doors wide open, some taken off altogether. Beds standing there, old iron ones, rusted through already, but made up. That's the strange thing. Closed all these years, and the beds are made up. Blankets tucked into the corners. Well, maybe they mothballed it all careful when they shut it down. They liked things in order back in the Soviet days. 23:10, all quiet. Midnight on the dot. Went round the second floor, treatment room up there, offices. On one door, an enamel sign. Quiet hour, 1400 to 1600. Keeps silence. Funny, who's there to keep it? And a timetable on the wall, all faded. Wake up, rounds, treatments, quiet hour, lights out. People lived by the clock here, all of it by the bell. It's a sanatorium after all. They were treated here, weak in the lungs, TB patients. Treated for a long time, months on end. Some of them never got better. Right, what am I on about? Going back down to the post. Cold in here, right to the bone. There's a thermometer on the wall. Old one, mercury, below 0 I'd say. I'll sit down, pour some tea. 12:30. Now here's the strange thing, for the record, so it's down. I think I dozed off at the post, just a little, and through the doze I hear a bell. A quiet one, rattling, electric, like at school for the lesson, remember? A ring, then silence, then a ring again. Somewhere off there, deep in the block, by the treatment room, just about jumped up. Went to look, thought the wiring had shorted, old place. Got to the treatment room, quiet, no bell. Wires hanging off the wall, torn, no power to them at all. Imagined it then, tired from the road. 12:40, heading back to the post. 1 in the morning. Can't sleep now. Sitting, listening. And you know, I listened close. And it's not so quiet here after all. It's got its own quiet, a full kind. Water muttering somewhere in a pipe. Wind in the window vent and, there it is again. Footsteps. Far off on the second floor. Even ones, unhurried. A shuffle. 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 Like someone walking end to end down the corridor, taking their time, hands behind their back. Stopping at each door. Stands a moment, and on. Rounds, no two ways about it. Like the evening doctor going round the wards, before bed, looking in on everyone. I didn't go up. What would I go up there for? It's a draft, the shutters banging. All sorts of things shuffle in an empty house. I'm sitting. I'm on my own here. On my own. 1:30. I'll go up and have a look after all. Else there'll be nothing proper to put in the report. Went up. Walked a whole corridor. No one, of course not. But here's the thing. The blankets. I remember they were tucked in at the corners, and now on 3 of the beds they're turned down, neatly, corner-folded, the way they make a bed in hospital when they're expecting a patient for the evening rounds, getting the bed ready. And the water. In ward number 6, there's a glass on the bedside table with water, full, fresh, clean. It wasn't there when I did my first round. I'd have noticed. Someone's here. No. Who could be here? The site's under guard. I'm on the door. Door's locked. Keys on me. Going down. My legs have gone sort of weak, tired. 2 o'clock. Writing for the report. Writing calm. Don't you think otherwise. Just noting it down. At 2 exactly, there was the bell again. A ring. Then silence. Then a ring again. A long one, calling to treatments. Didn't go to check this time. I'm sitting, and as I sit, something's rolling down the corridor. A gurney. You know, the kind on wheels, medical. It's got this squeak, cart-like, one wheel catching. Squeak, 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 squeak. Coming from the treatment room, my way. Slowly. Someone's pushing it. It won't go on its own, floor's level. Pushing it and humming. Soft, ever so soft. No words, under their breath, like an orderly wheeling the linen round. La, la, la. I aimed the torch down the corridor. Empty. There's the squeak. No gurney. Empty and milky from the snow, and the squeak going on. Rolled right past the post, close by. I could feel the cold off it, like iron wheeled past me, and on to the other end, and it faded. It's all fine. It's all under control. 2:08. Monogama, 3 o'clock. I'm very cold. Strangely cold and weak. I've never been ill in my life, and now everything aches, and a fever. Seems like, or the chills, can't tell. Head's heavy. I'll just sit here quiet, all right? Quiet hour soon. I mean, tut, it's night. What quiet hour? It's like someone went down the corridor again just now. Rounds. And at my door, at the post, they stopped. Stood a while. I didn't lift my head, didn't look. I sat and listened to someone standing right close at my shoulder, breathing even. And I got so sleepy you wouldn't believe. So peaceful all of a sudden. Warm even. Like I'd been tucked in. 4. I dozed off again, seems like. And while I dozed, something happened to me. Something soft. Someone came up. A shuffle, and touched my hand. Took me by the wrist, counting the pulse. Not rough, practiced, like a nurse. 1, 2, 3. And under my arm, something cold, glass, a thermometer. Mercury, long, one of the old kind. Put it in and held it so it wouldn't drop out. And a voice, not even a voice, just a rustle by my ear. Lie still, lie still. There now, don't get up. Rest's been prescribed for you. And I didn't get up. I couldn't get up. And I didn't want to. It was good, quiet. And then paper rustling started a chart on me. I heard the nib scratch, writing my surname down, first name, year of birth, How do they know it? Date of admission. Admitted, they said. Taken in then. On the register. 4:15. I'm not cold anymore. Quite all right. I'm lying. Sitting. I'm at my post, all proper and correct. I'll just close my eyes a minute. Don't know what time it is. Getting gray out past the window seems like. Morning soon, shifts ending. Only I'm thinking, is it ending? I'm sort of here for good now. I don't even want to leave. There's a routine here. Everything's by the bell here. They walk round you, tuck you in, take your temperature. They look after you. I never knew how much I'd missed it. They've made up a bed for me in Ward 6, the very one with the glass. Blanket turned down at the corner, waiting. And I'll lie down, I think. Lights out soon. A ring, then silence, then a ring again. And the dictaphone I'll not switch off. Let it record. I'll leave it here at the post, somewhere it can be seen. I'll leave it for the one who comes next. Someone's bound to come. The site needs guarding. Order's order. A new lad'll come on, sit down on this very chair, pour some tea, get cold by midnight, and find the recording, and listen to it. Like you, now. Don't you be afraid. It's good here. It's quiet here. Only, don't get up when they call you to rounds. Don't get up and don't look. Just sit there. Listen to it shuffle down the corridor, the gurney rolling, the humming with no words. You'll get used to it. I got used to it. And they've started a chart on you already. I heard the nib. Wrote your surname in. Hold it under your arm. Don't drop it. Quiet hour. There now. It's time. A ring, then silence, and a ring again. So you can't sleep either. Well, good. Good that I'm not the only one awake in this carriage. Come sit closer. The tea's still warm. The attendant only just came round with it. Everyone's long since settled down. Hear them? Snoring, turning over in their sleep. And here we are, the two of us, the only two in the whole sleeper carriage who can't drop off. It's a long night. 5 hours yet till my station, and sleep won't come, try as I might. And you're the same, I can see. Well, never mind. We'll sit a while and listen to her rolling along. Just listen to the wheels a moment. Knock, knock, knock. A post drifts by the window, a flash of light, and dark again. Steady like that, all night long, never missing a beat. It's good thinking to that sound, and good sitting quiet to it. Out the window, the step, black, empty, right to the edge of the world. Now and then a little light flickers far off, someone's house, a wayside halt, and then nothing again, only the dark and the two of us reflected in the glass. And have you written this line long, you ask? A long time. And I'll tell you something, seeing as we're both awake anyway. Don't look out that window too long at night. Not because there's anything out there. Outside there's nothing. The step. No, it's because the glass at night is black, like a mirror. The light inside the carriage, the dark beyond it, and there you are, looking back at your own self out of it. You're sitting here, and you're sitting there too, just the same, one for one. Only, take a good look sometime, not straight off, after a while. because it isn't quite one for one. How do you mean, you ask? Like this. I didn't notice it all at once myself. You're riding along, half watching the glass, dozing, and you reach for your glass of tea. And the other one in the window has already reached, the tiniest bit before you, by one beat of the wheels. You've only just thought of raising your hand, and he's already raised his. You turn your head at a noise in the vestibule, and your reflection is already turned that way, sitting, watching, as though it knew beforehand where the sound would come from. Oh, you just imagined it. Half asleep, a man will fancy anything, you say. That's what I thought too. Imagined it. I'm tired. My eyes are closing. Knock, knock, knock. A post, a flash, and dark again. On you go. And then, a station. We're pulling into some halt in the night, near enough nameless, one lamp on the platform. And I like to guess, you know, what'll be there when we stop. So I'm looking in the window at my reflection, and it's moving its lips, ever so quietly, and I read the words off its lips. Now there'll be a water tower and 2 birch trees. And the train's still moving. It's dark. You can't see a thing. And a minute later it swims up out of the dark, the water tower, and 2 birch trees, exactly as it said, a minute before me. Don't shrink away like that. Have a sip of your tea. I didn't sit down here to frighten you. I want to make sense of it myself. That's why I'm telling you. Maybe you're cleverer than me, and you'll explain it. And what, every time it's ahead, you ask? Every time. By one beat. Always a touch sooner. At first, it's even amusing, you know, as though someone's riding along beside you who's already traveled this line and knows it all in advance. You've no sooner blinked than he's blinked already. You yawn, and in the glass the yawn is ending as yours is only starting. And little by little, you catch yourself. You're not the first one anymore. You're sort of catching up, repeating after him. He leads, you follow. Knock, knock, knock. And that was the first time I felt sick at heart, because I caught myself thinking, what made me so sure that he's the reflection of me? Maybe I'm the reflection of him. Maybe it's him out there, beyond the glass, who's the real one, riding through his own step, in his own train. And I'm the one in here, repeating after him, a wheel's beat too late, falling behind, always one beat behind. Hold on, but here you are, alive, sitting, drinking your tea, you say. I am, and he's drinking too. Only, you watch closely, which of us raised the glass to his lips first. You couldn't swear to it from me now, and I'm not so sure of it myself anymore. Listen on, here's the main thing. One night, one just like this, I decided to test him. I made up my mind. I'll deliberately not move. I'll go still, and I'll watch. What does he do? I sit like stone, hands on my knees, hardly breathing. Knock, knock, knock. A post, a flash, and dark again. And in the glass, me, gone still as well. Steadied myself near enough. And all at once he raises his hand, slowly, and he waves to me, gently, just the palm. And I hadn't moved. I swear it, I never stirred a finger. And the reflection is waving to me, kindly, like to someone you know across a crowd, as though to say, well, at last you've noticed me. Oh, and what did you do, you ask? What did I do? I turned away. I stopped looking at the window. I sat the whole rest of that night staring into the aisle at the back of some fellow asleep on the side berth, and it seemed to pass off all right. But ever since then, I know this line in advance. Do you understand? It isn't he who tells me the stations now. I know them myself. It's still dark out the window, not a single light, and already I'm saying to myself, now the bridge, then a long curve to the right, then a wayside halt with one lamp. And it all comes true, every time. I don't fall a beat behind anymore. I've drawn level, or maybe I've gone ahead. And that, my friend, is the most frightening thing of all. Because if I'm keeping level with my reflection now, then which of us is in the carriage and which in the glass? Knock, knock, knock. Why have you gone quiet? Pale as anything. Now don't be afraid. Nothing's happened. We're sitting, riding along, drinking our tea. It's just that kind of night, a night for talking. Here's what I'm telling it for. Take a look at the window now. Calmly, mind. See the two of us? Sitting side by side, you and me, reflected. And now, raise your hand. Gently. Test it. Did you? There, that's just my point. Which of the two of you raised it first? You in the glass, or you here? You can't say for certain anymore, and I can't say it of myself. Listen, my station's coming soon, the one where I get off. I can feel it. Now the bridge, then the curve, then the one lamp on the platform. All as it always is. Like I say, I know this line by heart now, from the inside. And here's the thing, my friend. The reflection, yesterday, or was it the day before? I've lost count in all these nights. It made me an offer, off its lips, quietly. It said, let's change places. You'll get off at your station, and I'll ride on in your stead. Or the other way about. I'll get off, and you'll ride on. One of us steps down onto the platform under that one lamp, into the step, into the dark, and the other stays in the warm carriage and rides on, into the city, towards morning, towards people. And the place where you step down, it won't come back again. There's no train back from there. And what did you choose, you ask? I haven't chosen yet. That's just it. That's why I'm not sleeping. I sit and I think, who's to step out into the step under the lamp, and who's to ride on? And you know, it's no accident I called you into this talk. Two of us awake in the whole carriage. Two. Me and you. And in the glass, two as well. Knock, knock, knock. A post, a flash, and dark again. Here we are, pulling in. Hear it, slowing down? Ahead, the bridge, then the curve, then the lamp. My station, or yours. You just decide for yourself, my friend, while the wheels are knocking. Which of us is to get up now, take his things, and go to the door, out into the cold, into the step? And which is to stay sitting by the warm window and ride on? Decide. It's yours to decide. Knock, knock, knock. This is my notebook. Granddad gave it to me so I wouldn't get bored, and so I'd learn to write in straight lines. He said, write down what you see. Then your head will be busy, and you won't be scared. So I'm writing. I've got a pencil and the stove. And Granddad is right next to me on the bench under his big coat. Outside it's raining. A little quiet rain. It's been going a long time now, and it just won't stop. Granddad says autumn is like that. You just have to wait until it dries out, and then we'll go home. Granddad and me are at the cabin. It's a little house far away in the forest, and Granddad lives in it when he goes to check his trap lines. That's where he catches little animals. We came here for lingonberries, and so Granddad could look at his little paths, and everything was fine. Only Granddad slipped on a wet log over the stream and turned his ankle. His foot swelled up like a pillow. He says, "It's nothing. I'll lie down for a day, and then we'll go." But one day went by, and then another, and his foot is still fat. It's a long way back, and through the mud it's even longer. So we stayed to wait. It's pretty here. The leaves are all yellow and orange, lying on the ground like a wet carpet. And when you walk on them, they don't crunch, they squelch, because there's water underneath. It smells of mushrooms and smoke. In the mornings, there's so much fog you can't even see the little shed. Just white milk all around. And the trees come out of it black and wet. I like looking out the little window at the fog. Granddad sleeps a lot. He coughs in his sleep. Night. I woke up because Granddad had got up and was standing at the window looking into the dark for a long time. I asked, "What's there, Granddad?" He said, "Sleep. It's nothing. Just stray dogs wandered in." I came over to the little window too, and it was true. At the edge of the clearing, where the dark forest starts, someone was sitting. Not close. I counted 5 of them. They sat on the wet grass all straight, like toys somebody had lined up, and they looked at our little house. Their eyes shone a tiny bit from the stove. I thought the dogs would bark or howl like the wolves in a book, but they don't make a sound. They just sit and look. Granddad pulled the little cloth across the window and took me back to bed. Day 3. The rain is still going. Granddad let me go out to get water, but not far, only to the barrel under the roof. I looked at the edge of the forest. There, where the animals sat in the night, the grass was pressed down in 5 little circles. 5 wet dents in the yellow leaves, right where they were. But they're gone. Granddad said, in the daytime they go away. He made the stove very, very hot, and he kept stroking my head and saying what a good boy I am for not being scared. And I'm really not very scared. They're far away, after all. Night. I stayed awake on purpose. I wanted to look. They came when the stove had almost burned down. They sat in the same place, only I started counting, and I thought maybe I made a mistake. There were 5 of them, and now there are 6. One new one, a bit smaller than the others, on the end. I told Granddad. Granddad was quiet for a long time, and then he said, "You imagined it. Go to sleep." But I didn't make a mistake. I can count to 100. There are 6 of them. They sit and they don't make a sound. And from that quiet, my tummy goes all tickly and bad. I wish they would howl. Day 4. Granddad is somehow different today. He doesn't say, "We'll go tomorrow," anymore. He started teaching me. He sat me down next to him and explained for a long time. "If anything happens, son, you go down to the stream where I hurt my foot. From the stream, keep going right, downstream. The water will lead you out all by itself. It's a long walk, half a day. But don't turn away from the water, do you hear me? You'll come to a wide river, and there's Gutovka already. People, smoke from the chimneys." I asked, "And you, Granddad?" He said, "Me too, of course. Where would I go? I'll be right behind you. Only you remember the road, just so." I remembered it. From the stream to the right, along the water, to the smoke. Night. There are 7 of them. The circle came closer, Before, they were right by the forest, and now they've moved onto the clearing toward the middle. I can see them better. They're big and gray and wet from the rain, and their fur hangs down in icicles. They almost don't move at all. Only sometimes one of them turns an ear or blinks, and still they don't make a sound. I looked at them a long time through the crack, and I fell asleep right by the window, and Granddad carried me to the bench. I dreamed that they came right up to the porch and looked in the window, quiet, quiet, and breathed steam on the glass. But that's only a dream. Day 5. Granddad doesn't get up at all now. His foot is better, but he lies down anyway and breathes heavy, and his forehead is hot. I gave him water with lingonberries to drink. He held my hand and said very, very quietly, "You're a good boy. You're strong. You didn't forget the road?" "To the right, along the water, Granddad," I said. "To the smoke." He smiled. I chapped kindling as much as I could and carried in water. I'm the master of the house now. Outside there's white fog all day, and in the fog you can't see anything, but I know. In the daytime, they aren't there. In the daytime, they sleep somewhere in the forest. They only come in the dark. Night 8. And they're really close now, right at the edge of the garden by the old vegetable bed. So close that I can hear... No, I can't hear anything. That's the whole thing. They breathe, but there's no sound. 8 big animals sitting in a circle under our windows, the rain dripping on them, and they don't make a sound. They don't make a sound, like they're waiting for something and they know they'll get it. Granddad crawled to the window and looked at them a long time, and then he did something strange. He wasn't scared. He sort of nodded to them, quietly, to himself. And he said to me, "Lie down, little one, and whatever happens in the night, lie still and close your eyes, and in the morning, get up and go, like I taught you. Do you promise?" I promised. I didn't understand why, but I promised. This night I'm writing in the morning, because at night I wasn't allowed. I lay with my eyes closed, like I promised, and I heard Granddad getting ready, quietly. The bench creaked. His big coat rustled. He came over, fixed my blanket, and I felt him kiss me on the top of my head, prickly, warm. And he whispered very quietly, just for me, "Don't be afraid. I'll take them away with me, far off. And you go to the river in the morning. I'm a good boy. You're a good boy." And something else, I didn't catch it. I was already floating off to sleep. I felt so warm and calm from his voice, like nothing bad could be anywhere in the whole world. The door creaked very, very quietly. A damp cold came in, and the smell of leaves. I opened one eye, just a tiny crack. Granddad was walking across the clearing, straight toward them, slowly, limping on his foot, and he wasn't scared. And they stood up. All 8 at once, without a sound, rose up onto their paws, and they didn't touch him. They turned and went into the forest, there, into the dark, and Granddad went after them, behind them, like he said, behind them. And all together they melted away into the fog and into the trees, and it went completely quiet. Only the rain. I closed my eye and fell asleep, because Granddad told me not to look. Morning. The fog is gone, the clearing is empty. No animals, no little circles on the grass. The rain smoothed it all away. And Granddad is gone. He went on ahead to lead the animals so it would be safe for me. I ate some bread, took my notebook, and went, like he taught me, to the stream, and from the stream to the right along the water. My feet are wet, but I walk, and the water runs along beside me and leads me. I'm writing this now at Stranger's house in Gotovka. A lady here gave me some milk, and she's crying for some reason, and the men are getting ready to go into the forest. They keep asking me about Granddad, and I tell them, he'll come. He went behind them. He led the animals away so they wouldn't follow me. He said so himself. He's clever, my Granddad. He'll come soon. I'm writing this so I won't forget how it all was, and I'll wait on the little porch. There were 5 of them, and now there are 8, and one Granddad was enough to lead them all away. So my Granddad is stronger than a whole pack. I'll wait for him here, he said, right behind.